It's Music Moves Mo. I want to create a series called Zouk with Mo, where I humbly try to teach you Zouk. I'm not a professor. I moved to Brazil 2 years ago following my passion of Zouk. I discovered it. I've been dancing Bachata sensual for a short while and salsa, and the connection I found in Zouk was just something strong for me. I still to this day train Zouk every day. I'm studying the MAC program. I go to every social pretty much every night in the best place to dance Zouk in the world, which is Brazil. I find that there are no consistent Zouk tutorials on YouTube right now, and there's not a lot of free content online. So my mission is to provide to you empathy and clarity on learning Zouk with a real emphasis on I know exactly what it's like to learn Zouk and the challenges that come with it, because it is a very sensitive dance and it takes a while to develop the body sensitivity, the isolations, the weight transfers, which even I'm still working on, and I've been doing this for a little while with a lot of intensity. I'd like to finish the rest of this video telling you a little bit more about the history of Zouk and the difference between Zouk and Bachata. Right now, there are a lot of people saying that you don't need to learn Zouk and they're dancing Bacha Zouk. And while I think that is, if you just want to do the movements of Zouk and kind of follow this philosophy of like Bachata is just a bunch of moves, great. But that's not what I think Zouk is about. Zouk is about the connection. It's about not just the movements, but the feeling of the moves. So I think that a lot of this feeling comes from a lot of practice and training and knowledge. And I don't think that my series will be able to give you all of this, but my series will try to help you. I'll do the best I can to help teach you and guide you on some of the basics so that you feel comfortable to go and start taking group classes, or to give Zouk another shot, or to understand why I love Zouk so much, about the connection. Because I think that even if you ask the most famous Zouk professors now, they still train. They still have a lot to work on. And for me, that's not an insurmountable mountain. That is a joyous journey that you can continue for a long time. A little bit about Zouk. Zouk is a made-up dance. It was invented. It wasn't something that was like created in the streets, like maybe like Bachata came from a mixture of merengue and bolero. Zouk is a combination of a few different minds in Brazil that took the elements of lambada as well as bolero to create a new dance that could be danced from the Caribbean Zouk music as one of the main influences, as a slower BPM under the boom cheek cheek. But lambada itself, right, came from a history of machixe, forró, Brazilian tango, and all of these take its root from polka, and polka its roots from the waltz, which came from the European countries, from the aristocracy when they came to Brazil. And all of this has influences on building Zouk, which is a unique dance. And I think it's really nice because Brazilian Zouk, while it has a structure of boom cheek cheek, can also be danced on time. And you can dance to any music that has a 4/4 beat structure, 4/4 time signature, right? So, and this is typically between 60 and 90 beats per minute. And so you have a freedom to, for me, I like to dance to like electronic music that's slowed down, like Burning Man type music. But you can also dance to the traditional Caribbean Zouk music, and you can dance to R&B from like the 2000s. There's a lot of different, there's so much style, there's contemporary, there's like sing-songwriter type pieces that you can dance to, and there's so much flow. You're not limited to one genre of music. So I think that the biggest thing that's stopping Zouk from growing is that it's a really challenging dance, and there's not a lot of empathy out there for how difficult it is. And I think that it can be taught in a little bit easier, because my perspective on Zouk is that learning Zouk is like, I imagine what it's like to create a sculpture, right? Like you first get the blank canvas, the big piece of marble, that's you. And then you chisel away at it, and it starts to take better shape. It starts to become more, you know, like, oh, that looks like a person, or like that's a person's face, that's a person's eyes. It becomes more smooth, more clear, more artistic and realistic and textural. And so that's what your journey is going to be like. What I'm trying to do with Zouk with Mo is like help you get started on chiseling away at the big problem and journey and joy that is Zouk, because it takes a while. You know, my goal is that you come here and you learn a bit and then you decide, you know what, maybe I will go check out that Zouk class. So that's a little bit about me, about why I'm doing what I'm doing, the vision. I think that Zouk is a relatively new dance that's spread across the world, and there is a lot of information out there for different movements, like on Instagram, like advanced stuff, like, oh, you want to make your tualia more interesting, you want to make your, you want to add another advanced combo, right? Like, this is already if you're already intermediate or advanced, and like in the beginner content is like not that much information, and I think the challenge is how much can you share online. I think that a lot of the work of this series is going to be you practicing alone and then eventually with a partner, because half of the job is for you to be able to dance the movements by yourself and to feel, right? And then when it comes time to train with a partner, we can definitely shoot videos like this on how it should feel. We're really trying to focus on like the first steps of like going from I don't dance Zouk, I don't even know what it is, to I can dance Zouk a little bit, or I want to learn more. So I'm excited for you to come on this journey with me. Please, if you have any questions, like write them in the comments so that I know. If you have any ideas like, hey, can we dig a little deeper into this concept? I'm happy to go over that with you. Again, I am also learning Zouk. I hope I never finish learning Zouk. I'm happy to share what I have now. I know I'm not going to be the best professor out there, but I have been teaching Taekwondo to kids for over 10 years. And so the idea of how to teach is something I'm familiar with, but teaching Zouk is something I'm new to. So, be compassionate here with me, be gentle with me. My intention is good, and can't wait to do this journey together. Thanks for watching.